A few days ago, an Embroidery Boss member wrote, "I need to vent, so I'm venting here in this closed group. Ugh! I swear I'm going to charge this new and very impatient customer of mine a huge consulting fee because he has taken up so much of my time." And then, under the post in the comments section, someone started the comments off as, "I've got one of those right now, too. Dang, they just don't get it." And then the person that posted the comment wrote, "My blood is boiling. 2 hours, 45 minutes just this morning. 3 hours last night." And so by now you've probably guessed that this video topic request is about how to avoid customers wasting our time. Hi, this is Kandia with Kandia Haynesworth Designs. Thank you so much for joining in today. I have another video topic request for you, and it comes from Tina from California. I thought that I would take this opportunity to make a video topic request, considering I am sitting in a parking lot waiting for a customer to pick up their order, and so I might as well be productive, right? Right. And so Tina's topic request was regarding a post that she actually saw in the group Embroidery Boss. Now, Tina has a little bit different story than the rest of us. Tina is very new to the embroidery industry. So this means that she does have a machine. She does have her paperwork in order. She have even embroidered some, samples here and there, but she have not made her first sale. And she's a bit nervous about taking the plunge from trying to do this, starting out as a little hobby, to do a business, because she really even haven't had much time as a hobby, okay? And she got a bit nervous when she saw a post about someone posted a comment about customers wasting their time, all right? And then she saw that when the Embroidery Boss member posted this post, other Embroidery Boss members started to chime in and pretty much say, well, this happens to me all the time, and how frustrating it was and so forth. And then I chimed in and said, not me, doesn't happen to me. And Tina wanted to know why. And so I am going to share with you all how I avoid customers wasting my time in my embroidery business. Okay, so I am going to open your minds up a little bit by taking you away from the topic embroidery, and we're going to talk about a topic that we all can relate to, okay? So let's talk about relationships. Let's just assume that, a person is in a relationship with you, and, one day they just come to you and they just decide, you know what, done with you. Don't want to be bothered with you anymore. I just don't want to be in this relationship. And they tell you that. They tell you that, you know what, they're done. They think that you should stay away from them, or they think that it's best that they stay away from you. It doesn't matter how much you are in love with them. They have the right not to be in a relationship with you. It doesn't matter how bad you want that relationship. It doesn't mean that they have to be in a relationship. You don't get to say to them, you have to be in this relationship with me because I've spent all this time with you. And, even if you are hurt, if they are done, they're done. And if they need to move on in their life, they have that right. Okay, let's go back to embroidery. How that kind of relates to embroidery, if you commit or invest a certain amount of time, 20 minutes, a half hour, an hour. I've heard even stories where people have invested 5 hours going back and forth with customers all day, and then boom, nothing. No commitment at the end of the day or at the end of that whole consultation for the sale. Okay, first of all, you have to really understand that customers have the right to spend their money with anyone they choose to. And after a 20-minute conversation, a 5-hour conversation, a 2-hour conversation, if it is not you, it is not you. Simple as that. You do not get to dictate where someone gets to spend their money just because they have taken time to ask you 100 questions and you've given them time to respond to those 100 questions. So I'm going to show you how I would avoid that and how I've continuously avoided that. So we're going to do a little bit of role playing, but I'm going to show you exactly what I do to avoid that altogether. Let's just say that I'm in my studio and I receive a text from a potential customer that says that they would like to place an order after going to a baby shower the previous weekend and seeing my work. Someone ordered a basket, they saw my work, fell in love with it, and they would like to place an order for a baby shower that's coming up that they will be attending. Let's pause right there. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is really analyze this short text that this person have sent me. All right, I know that they've seen my work. I know that they've probably had, at minimum, some kind of conversation about my work because they were able to at least get a business card from the person. And now they've made the decision that they want to place an order. All right, now I need to assume that maybe this person don't know how much my services cost. All right, I need to assume that this person wants to place an order, but I don't know when, okay? The person did say that a baby shower was coming up, but I don't know if it's 3 months from now, a month from now, a week from now. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to take this order, so I can't get too happy. Okay, before I contact this person, I'm going to analyze my situation. I'm going to look at what am I doing? Am I involved in a project that a customer already paid for? Do I have telephone consultations coming up? Do I have someone come into my studio to pick something up or to talk about something? So before I respond, I'm going to analyze what I'm doing, all right, to see if I can even commit to communicating with this person. Next, I'm going to ask this person, when would they like to talk to me? Because just because they sent a text doesn't mean that they are available to talk right now. And I'm also going to ask them how they would like to talk. If they want to text, if they want a Facebook Messenger, or if I can call them. And so when I reach out to them, I'm going to say something like, thank you for reaching out to me. I'm glad you had the opportunity to see my work firsthand. I got a couple of minutes to talk. So if you are available, I can call you, text you, or Facebook Messenger you. Which one would you prefer? So let's just say that this person elected for me to call them. So I already know that this is going to be a 5-minute telephone consultation. And yes, I did say 5 minutes, okay? The most I am willing to extend this telephone consultation for, this unplanned telephone consultation, is 2 minutes more. So that means unless they are willing to commit, I am going to spend 5 to 7 minutes with this customer. And here's where your embroidery mentoring comes into play. And as a new embroidery business owner, I didn't have a person that I could call, that I could text, that I can send an email to and ask the question, how do I handle this? And as you can see, some embroidery business owners who are seasoned still struggle with having customers waste their time. And so here's what I recommend. Have a skit. Have a set of questions that you are going to present to the customer during these short consultations, whether it's Facebook Messenger, text, or telephone. You're going to have a set of questions that you're going to present. These questions are not going to be answers that you can get later on, like, you know, the baby's gender, what's the baby's name. No, you don't care about that right then and there. You want to know, when do they need it? Because if the customer needs an order, let's say within 3 days, you probably can't even take that sale. So all that other stuff doesn't even matter. So if the customer needed it in 2 weeks, if they need it in 4 weeks, then you can, you know, kind of maneuver on how long you need to talk to this customer. So if the customer says that they need it in 2 weeks, that's a consultation that you might want to invest a little bit more time in. If they need it in 6 weeks, okay, you can get all the other information later on because you still will have time to get to the customer later on, okay? So basically, let's say the customer don't really have a time frame. They just know that a lot of people are having babies and they're going to want to be placing orders. This is not a customer that's going to make a sale, all right? And then even after you've asked certain amount of questions, keep in mind you are paying attention to your clock at the whole time. And if you don't, then that's going to be your fault, all right? Because that means that you're not in control of it. At some point, if I'm giving a 5-minute consultation, at some point around that 3.5, 4-minute mark, I'm going to ask, when would you like to place this order? When would you like to move forward? Okay. And let's say they say, well, I'm still thinking about it. All right. Then you need to kind of direct this conversation to, well, you know what? I'm really in the middle of a project. I can call you back then. And then you give them a time frame of when you can get back to them and you can really sit down and commit to the sale. But initial consultations should never happen 20 minutes, half hour, 2 hours, and then no commitment, because from the beginning, under 10-minute conversation, you should be able to determine how serious this customer is, how anxious they are in moving forward with the sale, and be able to direct the sale, the consultation, whether, you know, what the communication path is, accordingly. So that is how you pretty much don't allow people to waste your time. Well, that's all that I have for you today. I hope you liked the response that I gave you for how to avoid customers wasting your time. And basically what I'm just saying is that you have to be in control over these consultations and pretty much over your time. And so no one is allowed to waste it when you are prepared for it, okay? And the only way you can prepare for it is to have these questions available when it happens, okay? And so you don't want to turn away customers. However, you have to kind of direct how this is going to go, and these questions will give you a clear indication if the customer is ready to move forward or not, or how anxious they are in the sale. So again, that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel. You can always visit me in the group Embroidery Boss or follow me on Facebook at Kandia@Haynesworth.com. And until then, I'll see you next time.